Alright, still haven't figured out the audio thing with this. I got this, I got my mic on a swivel, so that's cool. I'm sure that sounds wonderful. It's so yeah, when I click off it, the music goes away. I don't know why it does that. I wish it didn't. Cause I can't like check stuff without making it sound stupid. But you know what? That'll just all the more reason to just stay in the game, you know what I mean? Alright. Also, happy Halloween. It's fucking happy Halloween. No, I wanted to load game. Quick, shit, no. Fuck, I closed the fucking... I'm starting over. Hey, it's me again. Oh, man. It's great to show up today for the first time for today's stream for the first time. I'm gonna start by loading my game. That's what I'm gonna do, is load the game that I saved. I'm so excited to be playing. I can't believe it's finally I can't believe it's finally come to this, but also getting the band back together, quite literally. I mean, I guess there was whatever. No matter how I look at it, I'm holding an electric bass. One for a left-handed user, no less. But it's not just me. When I look around, I mean, it's the same mic. I got a swivel for it. Also high, but yeah, I put it on like an arm thing. And I can swivel it and like adjust it so that it's not like on the desk, so that it's not fucking picking up the thumps quite as bad. Yeah, damn it. I hope different is better, but yeah, I have it like up higher because just the way it's angled. But yeah, it's neat. I like it. Okay. It fell. I need a better way to keep it on the wall. I had it taped up. I need to get like a thumbtack or something. It fell and I'm too lazy to fucking fix it. So, here we go. Listen, they're hang out, don't worry about it. Posters, I mean, I love them, but yeah, sometimes they're just a pain in the ass to keep on the wall. What exactly is going on here? Also, did I miss one? Yes. When I look around, I see pretty much every lab mem holding their own musical instruments. Yes, that's perfectly understandable. Oh my god, what? Please tell me Mayuri has like a tambourine or something. That's just, you're just gonna have to roll with it. He sent the D-mail to not make the new gadgets. It's either a tambourine or a harmonica, it's gotta be. And so now we're here. Now we're in the band.
まゆしまゆし演奏会じゃなくてセッションだおセッション
別にどっちでもいいわよそんなことより早く始めましょう
でもほらさっきからオカリンがボケーっとしちゃってんだよね
Also, is Okabe left-handed? I mean, that never really occurred to me to like check what his dominant hand is. It never clicked in my mind that he's left-handed, but I guess he's left-handed. Punk music enjoyer. She is a secret phantasm enjoyer. Absolutely.
なになに岡部倫太郎、もしかしてあれだけ人に練習しとけって言って自分は全然してないとか？
Everyone's speaking like this is all totally normal.
それともひょっとしてあいつのことを思い出しちゃったのかにゃ？あのクリスマスライブの日、フェリスたちを残して行っちゃったあいつのことを。
I was about to ask what she's talking about, then I remembered it's Ferris. No, nonsense pours from Ferris's mouth, as per the usual. At least I have a grasp on the situation now.
俺たちはバンドをしているのだ。
しているのだなって言い出したのはあんただろうが。
俺が？バカを言え。なぜ俺がいきなりバンドやろうぜなどと言わなきゃならんのだ。
ならんのだっつっても実際にオカリンが言い出したんじゃんか。
そうそう、ニコニア動画の第1回好きなアニソンやってみたで賞金をゲットしてラボの資金に当て
Of course. Also, I need the camera to pan over to my Yuri. I need it so badly.
ニコニア動画？
Also, I love how once again Daru is getting like Mike Wazowski'd in the background. First it was Ferris, now Kurisu's arm is just like this man cannot catch a break.
そうだよ。なんかね、投票で一番人気のあった動画に賞金が出るんだって。ラボメン全員で演奏してそれに応募するぞって。いきなりお前楽器はできるかなんて聞いてくるからびっくりしちゃったよね。
This couldn't be asked. I mean, apparently not, considering they barely changed his sprite for the reboot. Maybe they just don't like drawing Daru. I don't fucking know. It's all clear now. Following the D-Mail's warning, I gave up on developing the new gadget, and instead decided to use this contest to try and fund the lab. I looked at it again. They did his face is very slightly different. He has a very slightly different facial expression.
お店のお客さんたちに頼んだら快く貸してくれたにゃ。
It is tiny, but it is there. That doesn't at all surprise me. They're customers at Mei Queen Yan Yan. One flash of Ferris's winning smile is enough to get every single one of them to say okay to any request. But still, seriously, a band? This is important, so I'll say it again. Seriously, a band?
でも知らなかったな。
I'm telling you, God damn it, I have the picture. No, I'm not getting caught up in this. I refuse.
ドラムなんてやったことないよ。
Nope. It's not worth it.
でも何の楽器やりたいって言われた時真っ先にドラムだって。
いやーだってほら僕ってばどう見てもドラムって感じだしさ。
Oh, hell no. Okay, alright. You win. Deal with the silence for a moment, because I still don't know why it does that, but it does that, so... It's here somewhere. You wrought this. I want you to know. I just... Only when I'm right. If I'm wrong, I assure you, I will change the subject. I'm quite adept at that. Probably shouldn't admit that, but you know what? Here we are. God damn it, I know it's here. Here it is. There's that one. And the other one was from, I think it was from this one, right? Okay. I meant to open those. Oh, God damn it. I'm so fucking good at this. I'm truly a savant. Okay, it's that one and this one. God damn it. It's truly is the most minuscule thing. It is the most minor thing. But it literally is different. And then this one, just gonna pull them up before whoop, that was not the wrong thing to minimize. Okay. Behold. Behold. It is almost entirely the main sprite, but it is, I'm telling you, the facial expression is different. So here is, why is that below that? There we go. Here's the normal one. This is the one from this game and also the normal one. There's that one. It's different. It's tiny, but it is different. It is itty bitty difference, but it is there. Here's normal one. Here's new one. Ask away. The other sprites of him have him like doing other poses. This is his like default arms crossed. He has like an angry face, but this is like his neutral expression, or this is like his neutral expression. I think he has one where he's doing a pervy smile, but yeah. So it is technically a new sprite, but it really is like the most. Believe it or not, you're wrong about that too, but we've been over that, and I'm gonna continue playing the game. I spent. I can't believe I get. Fucking. You got me again. Drums. Oil drums, to be exact. What? That's rude.
それなら心配いらないよ。ゲーセンで鍛えた僕の腕前はそんじょそこらのドラマーには負けないっつーの。
I appreciate that. If only you would do the same. It's an old thing.
これでも秋葉のゲーセンじゃ神と呼ばれたほどの腕前なんだぜ。
That was a fun little diversion.
へえ、そうなんだ。すごいじゃん。
It's old as Shrek 2. They literally had the character in he was in Shin Megami Tensei in like 1990. Like decades before Shrek 2 came out. He was like the concept of he wasn't called Puss in Boots, he was called Kate Seath, but still. The cat with the boots and the hat. He's in other stuff. It's a fairy tale, my guy. It's an old thing. Coincidence. My ass. As far as I'm aware, those aren't actual drums. They're just accessories for a certain Taiko drum game, but I decided not to needlessly open my mouth. I can't remember the name of that game, but Puss in Boots? No, but it's the same concept. yourself when you saw that character, you were like, it's Puss in Boots, because it's Puss in Boots. Didn't matter that it's not the same name. Like the orange cat, if you're talking about specifically the Shrek character is from Shrek, but I'm saying that much like the character of Pinocchio from Shrek is not from Shrek, the character Pinocchio is from the fairy tale of Pinocchio, right? That's if you're literally just saying the character of Puss in Boots, that specific orange cat, like, is from Shrek, fine. But that's not what we were arguing.
それでも十分だって。わかんないところは教えてあげるし。
ありがとう。
Judging by what she said, it seems Suzuha is pretty good. Drums, guitars, and...
フェイリスはキーボードか。
このキーボードだけはフェイリスの自前なんだにゃ。
It is called Puss in Boots. Like, right. That concept, that character, did not originate from Shrek. It's based on a fairy tale. I think the name Puss in Boots wasn't the original name of the fairy tale, but it definitely became Puss in Boots before Shrek grabbed it. I can't remember what the original, like not the original one, but like it had, the earlier versions had like a different name. Also, oh my god, we're doing this again. We're going down this fucking rabbit hole again. I can't believe we're going down this fucking... Because that character is named... Because they're based on the character from Shrek. Like I said, that specific character is the Shrek character, Puss in Boots. But he's based on a fairy tale character that I'm losing my mind. I'm moving on. I'm moving on. You're wrong. I'm moving on, and you're wrong, and I'm moving on.
子供の頃からずっと習ってたから、あれくらいは簡単にゃ。
Also, Ferris playing the keyboard is wonderful. I need to know what Mayuri is playing. I have it on Amazon. What's your point? That doesn't prove anything. Now that's reassuring.
お前は何も持っていないようだが。
ちゃんと持ってるよ。ほら。
Dude, I called it. Mayuri proudly holds out a tambourine. Yeah, I know. Yeah, same. I'm moving on. 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 Did this band really need a tambourine? I mean, I get that tambourines and tambourine players are pretty great and all, don't get me wrong. But as far as I can imagine, since the concept was for everyone to play an instrument, this was what we came up with for Mayuri as a last resort. That's really... come on. If that's the case, the remaining two people must also be in charge of some sort of part. What could the last two be? I'm struck with a realization. That's right. How could I forget the most important part of a band like this? The vocals.
ルカ子、引っ込み思案のお前が随分思い切ったものだな。まあ、だがその引っ込み思案を直すのにはちょうどいい機会かもしれん。
京馬さん、ごめんなさい。何のことを言ってるんですか？
何のことって、お前がボーカル担当なのではないのか？
ボーカル？僕が？違います。ボーカルだなんて、僕そんな大それた役できません。
It's so great.
違うのか？
Kyoma has returned.
はい。
It is kind of weird to go straight from
だから 後ろでひっそりと。
Straight from Zero to this one. It's a real tone shift whiplash. It's not Lukako? Then that means...
ボーカル担当は誰だ？
Whatever. Botched. It's fine. My eyes dart around the room. I wasn't initially gonna play this right away, but I got in the mood. I needed more science adventure-y things. My eyes dart around the room. Not a single person steps forward. Damn it. I keep... That one. I'm the vocalist! Moeka. No. I look back and forth at my phone's screen in the face of the sender. You? You're the vocalist? I tap at my phone screen, replying in silence. I mean, it would just be one word. How? Moeka nods back at me. I look around one more time, as though sensing exactly what I want to ask. Everyone nods simultaneously.
バカだ！この指圧師がボーカルだと？一体どういうチョイスをしたらそういう編成になるのだ？
くじ引き。
何？今何と言った？
だからくじ引き。
Barely hear. They drew straws?
くじ引き。ボーカルといえばバンドの中でも最重要ポジションではないか。その大切なパートをくじ引きで決めたというのか？
I'm gonna be honest. I feel like Moeka and Farrah should switch places. She's literally Shining Finger. How is she not on the keyboard? Like, I feel like that's you immediately fucked up when you didn't put her on the keyboard, and then Ferris is like, I mean, it just seems pretty obvious to me. I can see that.
しょうがないじゃない。他の人は楽器担当だし、じゃあ残った人でってなったら誰も自分がって人がいなかったんだから。
And that's why they decided to draw straws?
フェリスちゃんやりたがってたんだけどね。
He's got an electric bass. I think it was an electric bass. They said it at the beginning. Yeah.
ピアノは習ってたけど、弾き語りは演奏とはまた違うスキルが必要だから諦めるにゃ。
そうか。
I mean, if I'm being honest, I'd probably be the tambouriner. If I was in a band, I'd be the tambourine person. But still, Shining Finger? Can she even sing? I barely ever heard her speak normally, never mind sing. I have fantastic news for you, Okabe. Have you heard Kiryu Moeka's character song? Because it's actually really good. She's got quite the set of pipes on her.
やっぱりやめる。
I see. I think I went through a phase where I was trying to learn how to play guitar. It did not happen. Violin, actually. I think I spent more time learning the violin. It did not play out.
もともとやりたいわけじゃないから。それ私には無理だね。
Shares with the what am I sharing with the class? Did I miss my own? I don't listen to myself talk. I don't know if you know that. That's. I say. Oh, I mean, I don't know if I could just play it on. Here, I'll, oops. Fucking. I really wish it didn't do that. I know I've said that a million times, but golly gosh, I wish it didn't do that. I wish I could wander over here to my other screen and not lose that glorious, glorious music. Mm. Yeah, I know it's true, but I don't. I'm gonna be honest. I kind of just want to keep playing the game. That works too. Here, I don't know if I can link. Put links. I think you. I mean, of course I can. You put links in there all the time. Here, I'll send the YouTube of it. Is really good. There we go. Also, yes, I will take the images. Images are fun. We like those. Yeah, all right. You know what? Fuck it. I'll just play it, and then we'll enjoy it as I go over images and shit. You've won. You've won this round. There you go. It's playing. Also, we do that thing where I pull up the monitor. Oh my god. Face here. I don't know what's being said, but it's the art is cute. Alright. Next. Oh, that hurts my soul. Thank you for hurting. Oh my god, you have a bunch today. Jeez Louise. This hurts my soul. Thank you for this soul pain right now. That's pretty sick. Love that. Badass. Maximum jealousy. Fair enough. Glorious. My man. Oh my god. What in the world am I looking at? I freaking love that. This is loud. I'm gonna turn this down just a teensy bit. If I can find the proper window. There we go. Oh my god, I've lost track of which of these I've opened. So many. Alright, I think this is the next one. Good stuff, good stuff. He's so angry. Ow. Cute, very cute. Oh my god. No, none of that. This one? No, that was the wrong one. Jeez Louise. It just keeps going. This one seems oddly appropriate, considering where we are right now. Wonderful. Oh my goodness gracious. I am so jealous of of people's ability to do that. Alright, that one got me. That was adorable. What in the fuck is that? Hold on. Okay, that's cute. Very cute. Interesting. Fucking what? Why? What and why? Am I missing something? Also, I've officially completely lost track of where I am in this mad list. Yeah, no, I do not know where. Okay, that was that one. Perfect. Ah! Wonderful. I gotta quick. Song's almost over. Honestly, I'm amazed by the artistic ability. It's just astounding. What? The fuck even is that? Okay, literally, okay, but literally what is this thing though? Okay, no, we're not, no, listen to the next one. Stop. Yeah. No, stop. Song over. I'm secretly an octopus. I'm like still going through this. What in? I don't even know what it is, and I want it so badly. I literally have no idea what that is, but okay. Okay, that was the same one. Oh my god. My heart is I mean, if he needs money, here's another avenue he could pursue. Can't be worse than Kurisu's apple pie, right? And then oh, that's great. Wonderful. Thank you for that. Yeah, I want that thing, and also just these were incredible. There's a few left. That was the last one on the list. That was the last one. No. That's all of them. Okay, I'm gonna carry on. Video game. Thank you for those images. There was the song that I totally talked over. I did not skip. I mean, I might have. That's entirely possible. I can't go through that list again. I'm sorry. It's too much. Okay, moving on. Playing a game.
とにかくやってみないとわかんないんじゃないかな。ね、マキセクリス。
そうね。っていうかだいたい岡部。あんたはどうなのよ。人のこと言えるの？
何？
やはりバンドの幹となるのはベースだから俺がベースをやるぞ。ふわーはっはっはとかなんとか言ってたけど、あんたはちゃんとベースを弾けるんだろうな。
Interesting.
俺は
Am I? I wouldn't have said something as bold as that if I didn't have a plan. I mean, Okabe, you and I both know that's bullshit. You would absolutely say something that bold, even if you didn't have a plan. But knowing myself, I might not actually have had a plan.
まさか、法王院京馬ともあろう人が自分もできないくせに人のこととやかく言ったりしないわよね。
I understand. You're forgiven. Also, no, we're good. I thought I fucked something up. I didn't.
実は俺は D メールを使ってたった今この世界線に来たばかりなのだ。
Excuses, my man.
岡部、どうせ嘘つくならもっとマシな嘘にして。
嘘ではない。俺はついさっき D メールを使用して気づいたらここにベースを持って立っていたのだ。
オカリン、 いくらなんでも今のタイミングでそれは誰も信じらんねえよ。
Okay, fine. I'm such a pushover. Fine. I'll last one. Well, I mean, oh, it's true. I literally just learned about that the other day, and I had the, you know, it's funny. I had the exact same thought. It was like, oh, that's really funny. I mean, if anything, like, it's true, but also, she's not, yeah, she's a former Vatican, former Vatican mascot. Oh my god, I laughed my ass off when I learned about the literal actual new Vatican mascot. I was losing my shit. Yeah, she's oh, there's context. The actual one. Oh my god, that's so funny. Listen, I'm okay with that, but only the post, like, evil Vatican, not the one where they, you know, with all the crazy secret conspiracy stuff. Biased. I mean, we all know you're biased again. You're biased for Momo. You're as biased for Momo as I am for Mayuri. It's just, you know, it's just how it is. Accept it. Move on. Everyone in the room was looking at me with pity. Look at Suzuha's got the most pity face. Ugh, they think I'm making excuses. What have I done? Well, it's true, I only just arrived here. I totally screwed up the timing to tell them. Mayuri, my best childhood friend and my eternal ally, comes up next to me and whispers into my ear. It really was, like, right out of the gates. Which is, you know, understandable. Oh. I see. So that's how it is. It would seem that in this world line, I had been practicing the bass in secret. Of course, I have no idea if the results of that practice were inherited by me since I'm from a different world line, but they say playing a musical instrument is all about muscle memory, so there shouldn't be a problem. I can do this. I have zero guarantee this will work out, but I feel like I can do anything! Oh boy. Oh, minutes before disaster. She is great. I'm so happy that she was kind of the main character, let's be honest, of Anonymous Code. She was kind of like, she wasn't technically the protagonist, but she was basically the protagonist. With the wind at my back, it's time to test out my new abilities.
とにかくこうして集まったんだし、一度全員で合わせてみようぜ。
そうだな。賛成だ。
あら、さっきは自信なさそうだったのに、ずいぶん威勢がいいじゃない。
Just you watch, Christina. I'll definitely make you eat your words.
じゃあ行くよ。みんな、用意はいいな。
Bombi. I mean, Bombi was like, I would say Bombi was definitely a main character, but like, it's the way I would put it is like, Okabe is clearly the protagonist of Steins Gate, right? Like, Kurisu and Mayuri are probably the most major secondary characters, but it's clear that Okabe is the protagonist. He is the main character, right? Chaos Head, Takumi is the main character. Whereas, like, with Anonymous Code, it's hard for me to say, like, obviously, you could easily say that Holon is the main character in the same way, but I would argue that, like, Momo is, like, just as important, like, to much more further degree than other, like, you know, secondary characters, so to speak. You know, sidekicks, I guess is the word I'm looking for. But, like, I think she is as main character-y as Polon. I'm not forgetting about Daru, but I would say, like, you know, like, promotional, when it comes to promotional material, right? Like, for Steins Gate, it's almost always Okabe and either Kurisu or Kurisu and Mayuri. My personal favorite piece of promotional Steins Gate picture is the one where it's Okabe and the, like, Mayuri and Kurisu looking off to the sides. But yeah, exactly. Like, we see, you know, I feel like she's not a sidekick. She's not a sidekick. She's, like, literally a second protagonist. That's true. And yeah, I'm not just talking about promotional stuff, but I'm saying in general, like, I would say that Steins Gate, the structure of Steins Gate is Okabe is the protagonist, Kurisu and Mayuri are, like, the two main driving side characters, and then you got the rest of the cast, which don't even get me wrong, I love them all. I love them all so much, but it would be hard. You'd be hard pressed to like say that, you know, Daru is just as important to the plot. Not that he's not important at all, but just as important to the plot as, like, Kurisu and Mayuri. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. Anyways, once again, I'm gonna continue playing the game. On Daru's signal, everyone gets into a standby position. Practically, I mean, it's true. Like, it is one of those things where, like, it really wouldn't work without everybody. But, you know, I still stand by what I said.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, this ain't good. This ain't working. Yeah, I can see that. It's true. This is quality music.
Gyahun!
That was a wonderful sound.
あんたね、あれだけ自信満々に言うから、もしかしたらこっそり練習でもしてるんじゃないかと思ったけど、全然じゃないか。
That just reminded me. Another soundbite I need to go and collect is Okabe getting punched by Suzuha was one of the funniest fucking sounds he's ever made. I need to make a note of that real. Okay, there we go. College work, fair enough. Best of luck with the college work. It's definitely not your fault. Surely it's just the sheer coincidence of the universe. Completely random, nothing you could have done, I'm sure. Best of luck. In the end, either the me in this world line didn't actually practice at all, or I didn't inherit that me's abilities. I don't know which one is the case, but I do know that I'm terrible.
お前こそ一人で先走って他の人間と全く会ってなかったではないか。
Damn you, current world line me!
しょうがないだろうが、誰かとセッションするなんて初めてのことだったんだ。
へっ、これだからぼっちは。
いやー、やっぱゲーセンのゲームとリアルは違うってことに気づいたわ。
これは思った以上だね。
Given their actual experience, Suzuha and Ferris were fine. On the flip side, everyone else was so bad you'd want to cover your ears, or your eyes, or your ears in this case. And the icing on the on this shitty cake?
指圧し。
Considering how garbage I am at bass guitar, I didn't want to be the one to say this, but...
何ではない。なんだ今のは。
That's a great sign. A song, I think?
お前はボーカルなのだろうが、それがなぜ歌わずに歌詞だけをメールで送ってくる。
Oh, that's really funny. No, this is their this is the marketing. Okabe, you need to just get like everyone in the audience needs to be on the same mailing list, right? And then play the song, and she mass mails out the lyrics. It's genius. This is actually like some 5D futuristic. This is what concerts are gonna look like in fucking like 2050. I open up my text screen and thrust my phone into her face. The whole thing. Oh my god. I'm not reading all that. I can't read it because I feel like I need to sing it, and I'm not going to sing it because for the sake of the ears of everyone present. During the noise we called a performance, Moeka didn't make a single sound, instead sending countless emails to my cell phone.
いいか、うまい下手は置いておくとして、せめて声を出さなければ意味がないではないか。
That is so funny though. It never ends. I'm sorry, please don't get so angry. You're scary when you're upset, Moeka. Ah! At this rate, we won't even be able to make a submission video, let alone win.
どうするオカリン？
どうするとはどういう意味だ？
だから動画投稿。さすがにこれじゃ無理じゃね？
バカを言え。当然するに決まっている。
あんた本気？とてもじゃないけどさっきのは演奏ってレベルじゃねえぞ。
そんなものは本番までに何とかすればいい。
ダメだこいつ。目が本気だ。
マジかよ。
Once Hoin Kyoma says he's going to do something, he does it. No turning back, ever. There's a knock at the door.
Oh, 俺だ。天王寺だ。
Whole different kind.
ミスター・ブラウンがここに。
Whole different kind of racket.
もしかしてうるさくしちゃったから怒ってきたのかも。
This is bad. Mr. Braun is merciless. I can beg and plead as much as I want, but I won't make a difference. Knowing him, he'll take great pleasure in uttering the words, rent increase.
わかってるぜ。いるんだろ。入るぜ。
Mr. Braun comes stomping into the room. Yeah, he looks furious. As soon as he enters, he starts looking around the room. The expression on his face is impossible to read.
ミスター・ブラウンよ。これにはいろいろとやむにやまれぬ事情があるのだ。だからここは一つ穏便に。
やってるみてえだな。
いやだからそこをなんとか。
What did he just say? Looks like we're really at it.
萌えかから聞いてるぜ。バンドの練習してんだってな。ほらこれ、差し入れ持ってきてやったぜ。
He hands me a massive paper bag.
ありがとう。
I can smell something sweet from inside the bag. It must be a cake or something. Wait, more importantly, what did Mr. Braun mean? I heard everything from Moeka. I'm sure that's what he just said.
ミスター・ブラウン、あなたは指圧師と知り合いなのか？
指圧師？誰だそれ？
あ、萌歌だ。桐生萌歌。
なんで萌歌が指圧師なんだよ。
あ、いや、それにはまあいろいろと。そんなことよりも指圧師との関係を教えてもらいたい。一体どういう関係なのだ？
As far as I know, Moeka and Mr. Braun have nothing in common. At the very least, it was like that in the previous world line, I think.
そういや、おめえには話してなかったか。萌香はな、まあ、俺の知り合いの娘で、ちょっと事情があって、今俺が身元保証人になってる。言ってみりゃ、親代わりみたいなもんだ。
親代わり？ミスター・ブラウンが指圧師の？
I look at Moeka tightly gripping the microphone in the middle of the room. She quietly nods. They're not joking. Then that means, in this world line, Moeka and Mr. Braun are basically family.
ま、そういうわけだから、バンド練習するってのも、萌香から聞いて知ってたっつうわけだ。なあ、遅くまででかい音出して、近所迷惑になるようなことがなけりゃ、多めに見てやるよ。
そうか。
Alright.
そんじゃ、俺は行くからよ。
Mr. Braun being a cool dude. Mr. Braun leaves the lab behind. In any case, now that we have Mr. Braun's approval, we can move forward and put this thing together.
よし！許しも出たことだし、もう一度練習するぞ！指圧師！今度はメールではなく、ちゃんと歌うのだぞ！
全処する。
じゃあ行こう。ワン、ツー、ワン、ツー、スリー。
This is music? This is, I don't know if that's true. Of course, even after all of that, it's not like we'd suddenly become awesome. Today ends up being a total wash, and everyone heads off to practice on their own. But still. A video contest? A band? Acquiring funds for the lab is important and all, but... Moeka's the lead vocalist? Will we really be able to win? I know I apparently started all of this, but even I'm not so sure we can pull it off. The next day, I'm walking on the Akiba Bridge connecting UPX and Daibiru. In my hand is the bass practice book that I just bought. The great Hoin Kyoma can't afford to look like a fool. Damn it, Christina. I'll show you a thing or two. By the way, this practice book only cost 105 yen at a used bookstore. It's pretty old, but I have little choice in the matter. All I need to do now is return to the lab and start practicing. I get an email. It's from... Shining Finger. Hello, Okabe-kun. In the middle of shopping? Me too! What a coincidence! Moeka. I'll never get over how upbeat and fucking chipper her emails are. What the hell? How did she know I was shopping? She's... I just remembered the thing she did last time. She's like, I'm right behind you. And then she is. Moeka, why are you so fucking creepy? Stop it! And just as I expected, Moeka's standing right there. It's really hot today, Moeka.
Oi, Shining Finger, you.
I also love that just sometimes he says it in English too. Like,
いい加減にこうやってどうでもいい会話までメールで送ってくるのはやめろ。
Moeka gives me a confused look, as if she wasn't expecting me to say that. Not that I can actually tell what's running through her mind. Her expression had barely changed. I think I saw her tilt her head, though.
昨日も言ったが、歌うためにはまず声を出さねばならないのだ。それは分かっているな。
Moeka remains silent and nods.
それなのに、こんな些細なことまでメールで送ってどうする？
But Moeka. So dumb. But Moeka.
でもこれ口で言え口で
I fucking can't, dude. I'm really not good at talking to people, Moeka. Arrgh! I didn't think she'd actually say it.
お前ふざけてるんじゃあるまいな
Moeka starts shaking her head from side to side.
視圧しようお前はなぜそこまで喋らなくなったのだお前も好き好んでそうなったわけではあるまい理由は何だなぜそうなった
Moeka's expression had hardly changed up until now, but I can see a clear frown forming on her lips. Maybe she doesn't want to talk about it. But the reality is that Moeka is going to struggle with this going forward. We might be able to help her out.
言いたくないのかもしれないができれば教えてくれでないとバンドの件だって挑戦する前から失敗に終わってしまう可能性がある
Moeka remains silent. She stands still for some time without even sending an email. She's back to looking expressionless, making it difficult for me to tell what she's thinking. Then, after waiting 3 minutes,
昔
Moeka finally opens her mouth. I lean over to hear her quiet voice.
昔何もかも嫌になって生きてる意味がわからなくなって死のうって思った時天王寺のおじさんが親身になって助けてくれて
This is all much heavier than I anticipated. If nothing else, it looks like she's living a fairly normal life now, and judging by the tone of her emails, she's actually a pretty bright person at heart. Which means it might be possible to fix this shyness problem she has.
今からラボに戻るぞお前を一人前の歌姫に育て上げるためこれからどうすればいいか皆に意見を聞くことにする
This is exactly the sort of situation that calls for a good old-fashioned brainstorm. Oh, I thought he was gonna put his phone. He's gonna do the thing. It's me. I need to talk to you guys about Shining Finger. If you're available, please come to the lab. I send emails to the other lab mems. Since today's a Sunday, everybody should be able to make it.
よしでは行くぞ
ちょっと
I take Moeka by the hand and head toward the lab.
とまあ他にも会話が苦手だっていう事象の原因はいろいろと考えられるわ
I love this image so much, all the lab mems. After waiting for everyone to gather at the lab, I explained the situation. Kurisu is the first one to start voicing her thoughts. I'd expect no less from a neuroscience specialist, but neurons, synapses, hippocampus, hypothalamus, serotonin, noradrenaline. I have no idea what the hell she's talking about.
結局早い話がどういうことなのだ
Science things.
要するに脳の機能から考えると会話が苦手な原因がどこにあるかというのは一概には言えないってことよ
なんだそれはそんなくだらん結論を言うために無駄な話を長々と続けていたのかお前は
そんな結論って説明しなきゃわかんないでしょうが
説明しても対処法さえわからんのなら説明したところで意味がないではないか
誰も対処法がわからないとは言ってない
ではどうすればいいというのだ
桐生さんの症状から見ると原因は脳というよりも心の中に原因がありそうに思える だから催眠療法でその原因を取り除いてあげるのがいいと思う。
なんだそれは。長々と説明して結局オカルト的手法に頼るというのか。
催眠療法は別にオカルトじゃない。れっきとした科学の一部よ。現にアメリカでは医療や精神医学の分野でも積極的に取り入れられて、研究だって盛んに行われている。
いいだろう。では100歩譲って催眠療法が科学的であるとする。その催眠療法を誰がやってくれるというのだ。
アメリカに行けば私の知り合いの先生を紹介できるけど。
そんな時間も金もあるわけないだろう。これだからセレセブは。
セレセブ言うな。大体何よその言い草は。あんたが桐生さんに楽しく会話をさせちゃおう計画を発動するから考えてくれって言うから、一生懸命考えてあげたんじゃないの。
That's weird. I feel like that's not a name Okabe would come up with. It's noticeably lacking in Norse mythology.
考えてくれとは言ったが、あくまでも現実的な範囲での話だ。それから今回の計画はそんなかっこ悪い名前ではない。ちゃんとオペレーションローレレイという名がついているのだ。
Okay, fair enough.
何よ。だったら最初からあんた一人で考えればいいじゃない。
それができんから皆の意見を聞いているのではないか。
だったらもう少し意見を聞くっていう態度を示しなさいよ。
まあまあ、二人ともそう興奮しないにゃ。
Kurisu and I start our usual bickering, but Ferris steps in to stop us.
ここはこのフェイリスに任せてほしいにゃ。
If there is anyone who would be an expert of extrovertedness, it's Ferris.
なるほど。フェイリスさんならコミュニケーションのプロみたいなもんだもんね。
He's not wrong. Ferris could indeed come up with a good idea or two. Considering how many customers she converses with every day at May Queen Nyan, I'd expect nothing less.
そうだにゃ。やっぱりあれだにゃ。
Consummate
喋る
professional
時には別の設定を自分の中に作ればいいのにゃ。
別の設定。
そうにゃ。例えば萌えにゃんは実は異世界から来たお姫様で、この世界には萌えにゃんを探し出して亡き者にしようとする奴らが追っかけてきてるから、そのことを知られてはならないのにゃ。だけど喋ってると時々つい癖でお姫様口調が出ちゃう。そんな設定を自分の中に作ってみるにゃ。そうすると自分の中に自分とは違う別の自分ができて喋りやすくなると思うにゃ。
お姫様、私が
難しく考える必要はないにゃ。早速やってみるにゃ。さあ頑張るにゃ。さあ
Do it.
やめだやめ。
なんでにゃ。これからってところにゃのに。
これからも何もない。そもそも喋るのが苦手と言っているやつに設定を作って喋れと言ってもできるわけがないだろうが。
そうかにゃ。
Besides, stuff like alien worlds and alternate identities, Ferris and myself aside, I doubt most people would have an easy time talking about that sort of thing.
他に何かいい方法を思いつくやつはいないか。
One idea from Ferris and he's already exhausted.
ルカ子、お前はどうだ。
僕ですか。
そうだ、お前も引っ込み思案だからな。何か共感する部分があったりもするだろう。その分 何かいい方法を思いつくのではないか？
僕は確かに桐生さんの気持ちはわかります。やっぱり思ってることや気持ちを伝えるのってすごく勇気のいることだし。
I noticed that Lukako is staring right at me, not Moeka.
なんだルカ子、お前俺に何か言いたいことでもあるのか？
いえ、言いたいことというか。
なんだ、思っていることがあるならはっきり言うがいい。
思ってることだなんて、そんな急に言われても僕
Oh my god.
こんなたくさん見てる前でなんてとてもじゃないけど言えないです。
Everybody's like, I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. His face turns bright red and he goes quiet. What's his deal? Oh my god, Okabe, he's so dumb. He's so dumb. I look away from the now fidgeting Lukako, surveying the faces of the other lab members. Doesn't anybody have a good idea? I lock eyes with Mayuri, who's sitting spaced out with a spaced out look on her face. I'm guessing that Kurisu's lecture must have been so difficult that her brain's all scrambled up.
念のために聞くが、マユリは何か考えはあるか？
I'm not expecting much.
マユシーはもっとゆっくり焦らずに落ち着いて喋ればいいと思います。
ゆっくり。
そう、こんな感じでジューシー唐揚げナンバーワンはとっても美味しいよ。
ジューシー唐揚げナンバーワンはとっても美味しいよ。
でもオカリンが電子レンジを電話レンジちゃんにしちゃったから食べられなくて悲しいのです。
でも岡部くんが電子レンジを電話レンジちゃんにしちゃったから食べられなくて悲しいのです。
やめだやめだ地球の回転が遅くなったのかと思ってしまうではないか。
I mean, she's talking at least. Like, those are.
だるよ。
I think she was onto
考えは
something.
ないか。
ようやく僕にお声がかかったとか遅すぎっしょ。
This is a mistake.
何？ということはかなりの明暗があると考えていいのか。
あたぼうよ。
では聞くが、その明暗とは？
エロゲのセリフを声を出してよ。
却下だ。
早っ。てかまだ全部言ってねえし。
Next.
聞かずとも判断がつくようなことを言うのが悪いのだ。
No good. Even Daru's useless. Then the only one left is.
最後、バイト選手は何かないか？
そうだね。でも橋田至の意見じゃないけど何かを読むってのは悪くないんじゃないかな。自分の言葉で言うのは苦手でも朗読とかやったら自然と声が出てくるものなんじゃない？
朗読か。問題は何を読ませるかだな。こういう時のお約束は名作と呼ばれる文学作品だろうが。
それならマユシーにいい考えがあるよ。
漫画とかは却下だぞ。それは朗読の範囲に入らん。
漫画じゃないよ。マユシーがいいって言ったのは携帯小説なのです。
携帯小説だと？それはっていうかみたいなとかいうあれか。
そういうのもあるかもしれないけどおすすめの携帯小説があるのです。
ねえ、それってもしかして私の虹じゃない？
あれ、クリスチャンも読んで も読んでるにゃ。
I'm still caught up. What the fuck is a cell phone novel? What even is that? Am I not hip enough?
僕も読んでます。
Am I not hip and happening enough? I don't know what the fuck that
私
is.
の虹か。
I mean, I could like
それはそんなに有名なのか？
kind of put together the context clues, but
あれオカリン知らないん？現役女子高生が書いてるらしいってちょっと前から結構な噂になってるお。ちょっと自堕落で大敗的な感じが今の女子高生の一面をよく表してるって評判で、携帯小説の中でもダントツ人気があるとか。
随分と詳しいな、ダル。まさかお前も読んでいるのか？
もちろんそういうのはチャットなんかでも話題になるしチェックしておかなきゃなのだぜ。
なんだ、みんな読んでいるのか？ということはバイト戦士もか？
ああ、私は最近の流行りとかに疎くって。
oh, finally someone. You and me, Suzanne.
念のために聞いておくが、始圧師は読んでいるのか？
一応。
しかしそれならば話が早い。その私の虹とやらを音読してみるというのはどうだ？
それはいや。
Huh? That was unexpected. It's unusual for Moeka to be so upfront about her intentions.
なぜだ？せっかく皆が出してくれたアイデアなのだ。悪くないとは思わんか？
Moeka goes completely silent. Is she that against it?
そっか。でも嫌なものを無理にさせるわけにもいかないよね。
そうね。
We've hit a wall. Then Ferris looks at the clock and raises a surprised voice.
もうこんな時間だにゃ。フェリスはメイクインに行かなきゃいけないんだにゃ。あ、私もお店に戻らないと店長に怒られる。
Suzuha and Ferris stand up at the same time.
じゃあしょうがないけど、桐生さんに楽しく会話をさせちゃおう計画はまた次回に持ち越しってことにしましょうか。
That name sucks.
だからオペレーションローレライだと言っているだろうに。
And so the first strategy meeting for Operation Lorelei comes to an abrupt end. Still, why is Moeka so opposed to reading that cell phone novel? With the meeting over, Suzuha and Ferris leave in a hurry. Daru follows after the cat girl, heading to Mei Queen Nyanyan to satisfy his worldly desires. Mayuri sets up camp on the table, and Lukako helps her with her Japanese language homework. Kurisu sits in front of the PC with a serious look on her face, reading essays emailed to her from America. Needless to say, they're all in English. I hate to admit it, but I have no idea what they're about. Only Moeka and I have free time. I start skimming through the practice book I had bought earlier. My cell phone's email chime goes off. By the way, the lab needs cash, right? I happen to know a good part-time job that pays really well. Want to give it a shot? Moeka.
いいバイト？
Moeka nods back in silence.
それはまさか何かの販売員にでもなれというのではないだろうな。だったらお断りだ。俺は販売員にはならんし、さらに知人に勧めて販売員を増やすようなこともしない。
No, it's nothing like that. I'm currently working on a magazine that covers the occult. The problem is that we're short on articles and don't have many folks available to help out, Moeka. The occult? An article?
言っておくが、俺は記事など書けないぞ。
Don't worry, I'll write the articles, so don't worry about a thing. You can just be the reader contributor who experienced a summer of horror, Okabe-kun. Moeka. What?
投稿者？
Fucking
な
what?
んだそれは。
You've seen them before, right? Reader contributed articles with photos attached to them. You know, supposedly true ghost sightings and the like. Basically, I want you to go to some haunted spots with me and snap some photos. I'll handle the writing. Moeka. Moeka wants me to take photos of stuff, and she'd write the articles?
つまり、やらせに協力しろということか。
Eh. I swear to God, it just says yes. Okay. Don't stare at me like that. Horror rags come in two flavors. Those that aim for realistic terror and those that are clearly fake but still enjoyable, like a haunted house of sorts. This magazine is like the latter. Most of the readers totally get that, Moeka. Is that really it? If that's all there is to it, I guess I wouldn't mind helping. That said, the bit about haunted spots has me a little concerned. Where is she planning on taking me? After giving it some thought, I conclude that her answer to my next question will be the deciding factor. Moeka quietly points her index finger up.
まさか、ゼロ3つではないだろうな。
She shakes her head horizontally.
いいだろう、乗った。
There's no way I can say no to that kind of cash. The lab is in dire need of funding.
それでは詳しい話を聞かせてもらおうか。
And that's how I ended up agreeing to help Moeka with her work. By the way, I don't believe in ghosts or the supernatural. The occult is just that, the occult. There's no need to fear things that have no basis in science. I'm definitely not scared. Yeah, you got it, buddy. 4 days later, it's finally time for me to help Moeka with her work. I can't even imagine how many fucking messages we got. Mayushi saw your dad today. He wants to know when you'll be coming home. Cursed father! How long does he plan on treating me like a child? Cursed father. Blast that fool! No messages. Really? 4 days and not a single message from China Finger. I don't buy it. Bullshit. He had to have deleted them or something. Our meeting place is in front of Akihabara Station. Even at night, the air temperature is high, and I'm getting damp with sweat just standing here. The asphalt and concrete walls have absorbed all the heat from the sun, meaning I'm basically being cooked. After roasting in place for a while, I spot Moeka approaching from down the road.
しやし、こっちだ。
お待たせ。じゃあ、行きましょう。
え、他のスタッフは取材に行くんだろ。
私たちだけ。
カメラマンとかいないのか？
Moeka takes a small digital camera out from her purse. It's the mirrorless SLR trending among women lately.
撮影も俺たちで？
Alright, that was... I can't remember what SLR stands for. Oh, it's not going to tell me. Cool. An SLR camera that has become more compact and lightweight by taking out the optical viewfinder and reflection mirror. Unlike compact digital cameras, it's possible to swap lenses in and out. Due to its comparatively larger sensor, it's capable of taking better night shots than most compact digital cameras. Still don't know what SLR stands for. Maybe the L stands for lens? I don't fucking know.
そう。予算のない雑誌だし。
You have failed me, Steins Gate tips section.
素人の投稿写真だから、うまいとダメ。
なるほどな。そっちの袋は？
Moeka is carrying not just her purse, but a large paper bag.
撮影道具。
Tools? Just the camera should be more than enough, right? Or does she intend to set up lighting and all that stuff?
で、どこへ行くんだ？
そこ。
そこってラジカン？
Moeka is pointing directly at the Radicon building. But there's something odd about it. It's different from how it normally looks. There's a sign on the building's entrance that says entry forbidden. It's completely sealed off. According to Daru, 50 years after its construction, Radicon had started to deteriorate. Additionally, since it didn't meet current earthquake resistance standards, the management decided it needed to be rebuilt. As Akiba's lights illuminate the city, Radicon stands out as a dark void in the night.
ラジカンに心霊スポットなんてあるのか？
So Radicon is technically closed, meaning nobody should be here, right? But I heard that at night you can hear a mysterious lady's voice in the building. There have also been tales of people seeing strange shadows too. Moeka.
そんな噂があるんだな。知らなかった。
じゃあ、中へ。
中へって勝手に入っていいのか？撮影許可は？
That was weird.
心霊特集だと許可下りない。
何？ってことはまさかお前
Breaking the law, breaking the law.
忍び込む。
本気か？
I'm taken aback as I look at Moeka's expressionless face. And yet we're still going in. Fuck it. She's serious. Still bewildered, I end up getting dragged into Radicon with her.
なあ、いつもこんなことしてるのか、指圧師。
場合によっては。
そうか。
何？
あ、いや。
I was just thinking about how unexpected all of this has been. Moeka doesn't give off a very active image. I mean, sure, this is all for an article, but I still didn't think she'd be this bold.
それにしても、非常灯すらついてないんだな。
I look around in the darkness. The inside of the building has been completely abandoned, and both the night lights and emergency lights are off. The only illumination is from the pen light Moeka is holding in her hand. With this tiny circle of light as our only guide, we slowly advance. We climb the stairs, eventually reaching the floor in question, a place rumored to be the site of various supernatural phenomena. It's summer, but the air feels strangely cold here. I hear sharp cracks and clanking sounds. I know I'm repeating myself, but I don't believe in the supernatural at all. Phenomena like that are so absurd that a mad scientist the likes of myself can't help but laugh. I have no issues with the plasma theory from that one professor that's always popping up on TV. If I ever had the opportunity to appear on a show about the supernatural, I'd have no problem saying this outright. Do ghosts exist? The answer is obvious. No! I suddenly hear a loud noise at my feet, causing me to leap several meters backwards. I cautiously look toward the place where the noise came from. I apparently had accidentally kicked a bucket.
What?
His voice, dude.
いや、大きな音に驚いただけだぞ。別に怖いとかそういうわけではないからな。
Perfectly composed. Moeka looks at me in silence, expressionless as usual. I bite my lip, reflecting my own cowardice. I was taken aback by a mere bucket. I'm sure Shining Finger is looking at me with disdain. Hoen Kyoma shall never get over this disgrace. I'm really scared, Moeka.
怖いのならそう言え、態度で示せ。俺だけ育児なしのヘタレに見えるだろう。
But if I speak, the ghosts might attack me. Moeka. Ghosts?
お前は幼稚園の子供か
Can we hold hands? Moeka.
は
Do you not want me to? I'm so scared, I just can't help it. Moeka. Oh. I couldn't tell in the darkness up till now, but Moeka's tightly gripping my hand, trembling slightly. She feels kind of cold. Is it because she's scared?
ダメも何ももう握ってるではないか。
ごめん。
ほら行くぞ。さっさと写真を撮ってしまおう。
Just to make things perfectly clear, I'm not the type of virgin who turns red just from holding a girl's hand. And come on, this is Shining Finger we're talking about. Sure, her hand's more slender, dainty, soft, smooth, and silky than I thought, but that's all. My heart definitely doesn't feel like it's going to burst out of my chest or anything.
もしもし。そうだ、俺だ。
I was waiting for one of this.
極秘ミッションを遂行中。状況は困難だが、決して絶望的ではない。おそらく、機関の連中に気づかれる前に完遂できるだろう。貴様も十分に気をつけろ。いいな。ではまた連絡する。エル、プサイ、カンガロー。ふう。
I love how many different ways he says, Kangaroo.
なんだ
そっちじゃなくて、こっち。
It seems I was about to head in the opposite direction down the hall. Reluctantly, I let Moeka pull me along by the hand, deeper into the darkness of Radakan.
ここか噂の場所というのは。
I'm gonna be honest, the silence really is unsettling. Like, the fact there's no music playing is just... And by design, and not because I accidentally muted the music for the entire stream. Not that that would ever happen, that's crazy!
So.
What a silly and random example I just gave. This area used to be a passage for employees of the tenants who occupied the building. There's a mess of carts loaded with all sorts of things strewn about. It's impossible to see very far with only Moeka's penlight, but this is probably connected to a warehouse and cargo elevator. Moeka finally lets go of my hand, takes the camera out of her bag, and starts snapping shots.
どうだなんか変なものが映りそうか
Hey, stop it! I don't want something weird. I don't want something weird in the photo, Moeka.
貴様は何のためにここに来ているのだ
Yeah, isn't that the whole reason? Moeka remained expressionless, but her eyes scream, "Oh, right," or at least that's how they look to me. She starts taking photos again. However, I don't know if I should call this unexpected, but after checking the photos, we find nothing even remotely suspect.
使えない。これじゃ。
諦めろ、シャツシ。噂話などというのは往々にしてこんなものだ。
Moeka keeps staring silently at the LCD screen. She suddenly sticks her hand into the paper bag she was carrying and pulls something out.
なんだそれ
Moeka is holding a wig in her hand. One with long black hair. I don't know if this is intentionally the case, or if it's just not particularly well taken care of, but the hair is all tangled and twisted. It's super creepy.
私、かぶるから。取って。
何
その柱の影から。
Oh my
取
god.
って。
おいおい
Are we really doing this? Won't it be obvious we're just making it all up? I receive an email. Is she reading my mind? It's alright. No worries. If anything, we gotta go the extra mile or the readers will be disappointed. Moeka.
そういうものなのか？
ある意味様式美の世界。
Yeah, sure. I don't really get what's supposed to be beautiful about any of this, but, well, whatever. I extend my hand to grab the camera from Moeka, and then suddenly... Thump, thump. We hear footsteps. Moeka and I hurriedly turn off the pen light and crouch down. I cast my gaze in the direction of where the sound is coming from, but I see nothing there. All we can hear are the creepy footsteps getting louder and louder. Moeka is clinging tightly to my arm, probably without realizing it. I feel a couple of large, warm objects, soft objects, pressing against my arm. Get it together, Hoenn Kyoma! Get that mind out of the gutter! Is this place actually haunted? That's impossible, right? As I try to sort things out in my head, I look around and realize something. Due to the way the corridor is constructed, sound echoes around, making it seem like the footsteps are coming from the opposite direction. I turn around, and as I expected, I see a light from a flashlight peeking out from around the corner. Moeka follows my eyes. Could it be a ghost hunter who snuck in here? Or even a security guard on patrol?
まずいな。どこかに隠れないと。
The light turns the corner and starts heading in our direction. We search for our hiding place and try to lay low, not realizing that there's some luggage piled up right behind us. Moeka and I end up knocking over the small mountain of stuff, falling on our butts. I hear the footsteps quickly getting closer to us. Moeka and I try to get our feet to run away, but... Oh, shit. My legs are swept out from under me. I flip over and fall to the ground face first, just as a black silhouette leaps on top of me. Something hard is pressed against the back of my head. Oh my god! Take it down a notch, mysterious stranger! What's going on here? Did I accidentally wander into an American slum or something? Unable to believe the situation I'm in, my entire body is frozen in place. Suddenly, the tone of my assailant's voice changes. I'm honestly surprised he didn't recognize the voice. No one recognizes voices in this.
岡部倫太郎と桐生萌香じゃん。
何？
The assailant removes her leg from on top of me and helps me up. I look at my attacker, only to see a familiar face staring right back at me.
お前バイト戦士ではないか。
Hello.
びっくりした。こんなとこで何やってんの？
それはこっちのセリフだ。驚かすな貴様。
驚かすなって言われてもさ、警備のバイトだもん。
何？
だからバイトだよ。ビルのオーナーに頼まれて見回りしてんの。
そうだったのか。しかし頭を吹っ飛ばすってずいぶん物騒な警備員だな。
I was about to say, normally I wouldn't normally fucking. I'll blow your head. She said, and I quote, "I'll blow your head off if you try anything funny." Okay.
ああ、これ懐中電灯だよ。
That's pretty fucking over the top. Suzaha spins around the pistol-shaped flashlight she's holding. When she pulls the trigger, the LED on the end lights up. That's kind of adorable, the way she said. Damn it, Suzaha, why are you so cute? Even when you're threatening me with death. When Suzuha attacked me, I could feel a terrifying aura flowing from her. How can I put it? It actually felt like she had a real gun.
そりゃそうだよ。なんだってさ、不審者相手に。ああ、よく考えたら君たち二人も不審者じゃん。
Suzuha raises her voice like she suddenly remembered something important. Damn it, I was trying to dance around the subject.
ちゃんと説明しなきゃ許さないよ。場合によってはお仕置きだからね。
いや、そのな。
Punishment? What does she mean by punishment? Just thinking about the way she had her flashlight pressed to the back of my head sends a chill down my spine. Moeka and I decide to spill it all.
心霊スポットの撮影？
Suzuha frowns.
ああ、そうなんだ。すまん。
ごめんなさい。
どうも変だと思ったらそんな噂があったんだね。
本当すまん。
いやまあ岡部倫太郎が捏造した噂じゃないし別にいいけど、記事の掲載は自粛してよね。
分かった。
あとさ、別にお説教するわけじゃないけど。
Suzuha puts her hands on her hips and starts to lecture us. For 40 long minutes. At a later date, I'd go on to complain to her about how long her lecture was. She'd respond by saying that the uncle who looked after her in her hometown was big on lectures. I guess she picked up his bad habit. I sure would like to have a little chat with that guy. Anyway, 40 minutes later, free at last, we scramble out of Radican.
次、ここ。
I got mail. Hey, don't say that, Ocarine. Your dad loves you. Oh, she's so pure. She's so... Don't ever say such disgusting things ever again. She's so fucking sweet. And then Okabe, how dare you?
ここ？でもここはお前ルカ子の家だぞ。
Yeah, it's true that shrines often appear in urban legends and the like, but Yanabayashi Shrine of all places?
心霊スポットがあるなんてルカ子からも聞いたことないがな。
だけど、これ。
Moeka shows me her cell phone. On her screen is a mobile site where urban legend and ghost enthusiasts gather. There's a thread on here about Akihabara. Quite a few, actually. There are all sorts of rumors concerning this area. Yanabayashi Shrine in particular seems to be a hotspot for ghost stories. The ghost of a woman who threw herself into the ocean after being rejected by her love appears every night, nailing cursed dolls to the sacred tree. I don't even know where to start with this one. From stories about sobbing heard from the old well, to a storehouse where a doll with growing hair is enshrined, these are nothing but ghost stories that people are trying to pass off as real.
なあ、どれもこれもものすごく嘘っぽいんだが。
そうかな。
ああ。
でも、一応調べる。
そうか。じゃあルカ子を呼び出して。
Just then, I hear a voice from behind me.
京馬さん？
の？
I turn around to see Lukako conveniently standing by the shrine entrance.
おお、ルカ子か。
こんな時間にどうしたんですか？
From the looks of it, he's on the way back from the convenience store. I can see a bottle of mineral water and a few other items poking out of the top of the eco bag in his hands. Lukako begins to happily trot over, but notices the figure standing next to me and stops in surprise.
桐生さん、こんばんは。こんばんは。
After looking back and forth at me and Moeka several times, he starts blinking rapidly.
どうしたのだルーカー公よ。
いえ、そのもしかしてお二人はですか？
え？
なんでもありません。
あ？
それじゃ僕これで。
ちょっと待て。
Hold on, we had questions. I grab Lukako's hand tightly as he tries to flee to his house. He's wearing a somber expression on his face. I don't like that Okabe's like go-to with people is to fucking grab them. My guy. Hands to self. Hands to self. Stop it!
待ってくれ。お前に聞きたいことがあるんだ。少し時間をくれないか？
聞きたいこと？
ああ、実はな。ということで、今始圧師と一緒に取材をしてるんだが。
I love this tune.
なんだ、そうだったんですか。京馬さんは桐生さんのお仕事の手伝いを。
For reasons beyond my comprehension, Lukako's expression immediately brightens. He smiles at me.
そういえばこの前そんなこと言ってましたね。僕すっかり忘れてて変な誤解しちゃいました。
誤解？
いえ、なんでもないです。それでうちの神社に心霊スポットですか？
ああ、ネットで見つけた噂なんだが。
I fill Lukako in on all the weird stories floating around.
幽霊ではないですが、ご神木にまつわる女性の話なら知っています。
本当か？
ええ。ぜひ聞かせて。
Moeka takes a notepad and pen out from her bag.
はい、いいですけど。でもネットの話とは全然違いますよ。
Lukako starts telling us the tale of Yanabayashi Shrine and the sacred tree. The Showa period. It's said that a beautiful woman would visit Yanabayashi Shrine and its sacred tree every evening in the hopes of saving a young man dying from tuberculosis, an incurable disease at the time. She wouldn't miss a day of paying her respects, no matter the weather. From time to time, she would even visit the shrine despite being ill herself. 3 long years passed as this continued. The young man miraculously overcame the disease, returning to the woman he loved. Basked in the gentle spring sunlight, the sacred tree quietly watched over the couple as they tearfully embraced one another at Yanabayashi Shrine, finally reunited.
とまあ、そんな感じで涙なしには語れないお話なんです。
I mean, that is a pretty sweet story. The fact that he can barely hold it together. Never mind, not even barely.
どうしました？
海に身投げは？
そんなことしませんよ。呪いの人形。そんなもの出てきません。
ほら見ろ。やっぱりデタラメだったではないか、始圧師。
じゃあ漆原さん、これとこれは？
Moeka takes out her cell phone and shows Lukako the stories about the sobbing herd from the old well and the storehouse where a doll with growing hair is enshrined. Lukako's eyes open wide with terror as he reads the text.
おお、その2つは本当なんだな。
話聞かせて。
Moeka takes her notebook and pen out again.
いえ、とても怖いお話だったのでつい悲鳴が。僕ダメなんですよ、こういうの。でもうちの神社に古井戸はありません。あと人形も奉納されていません。
もう諦めろ、始発しよう。
Without a word, Moeka thrusts her hand into the paper bag she's carrying. He once again pulls out her ghost wig. On top of that, she also removes a straw doll, a long spike, and a hammer from the bag. None of that, thank you. Traumatized this. Lukako's face freezes in terror.
とって岡部君、ご神木にこれ打つから。
How about you don't?
やめてください。ご神木にそんなことしちゃダメです。
What's wrong with you, Moeka? Faster than the speed of light, Lukako's father dashes outside. I assume he heard his son's screams. He arrives just in time to see Shining Finger wearing the ghost wig, holding the hammer like she's about to hit the sacred tree. He nearly turns us over to the police. Jesus Christ. Much like what happened at Radicon, Moeka and I find ourselves on the receiving end of a scolding. We scurry away from Yanabayashi Shrine like the remnants of a defeated army. It's past midnight.
もうこんな時間か。今日はそろそろ終わりにするか、始発し。始発し。
もう一箇所だけ。
うん？
最後の手段だけど。
Moeka stands up and starts to walk. With little choice, I follow after her. You have to treasure your mom and dad. This subject line. Nope. Nope. Can't argue with that.
ここは？
She had led me to an apartment building that looked like it had seen some rough times over the years. Alright, I gotta take a quick bathroom break. I gotta, alright. Be right back. Here, I'll keep the music on. There. Alright, and I'm back. Oh. Okay. It's basically a two-story shack made out of wood. The stairs and other metal bits are covered in rust. The amateur paint job makes it all look that much worse. We're already 10 years into the 21st century, but this place looks like it's been frozen in time since the 1970s.
私の家
I live here.
2階上がって。
いや、しかし。
I hesitate. Sure, this is for work, but is it really okay for me to barge into a woman's room this late at night? I mean, what if Kiryu Papa... Oh my god, okay, that... Wow, that... got me off guard. Oh my god. Wow, that was... I mean, what if Kiryu Papa, named subject to change, or Kiryu Boyfriend, named subject to change, are there?
遠慮いらない。一人暮らしだから。
Oh my god, that's incredible.
あ、そうなのか。それならいい。よくないわ。
I fucking love the writing of these games so much.
こんな時間に、まずいだろう。
Moika takes out her cell phone, types something up, and sends it over. Haha! Oh, Okabe-kun, you silly head! Don't worry, I trust you! Moika. And anyway, you're not into older women, right? You're into young, cute girls like Shina-san and Makise-san, right? I bet that's because their skin is so soft and their hair is all shiny. Their legs are nice and smooth, and I bet they even smell nice when they sweat. What the fuck am I reading? Jeez, I'm making myself depressed. Anyway, you're not going to try anything funny with me, right? Also, she didn't sign this one off, which is... It's concerning. Also, I didn't like reading that. That was bizarre. How am I supposed to react to this? Naturally, if I tell her I won't, she'll probably be pretty upset. But if I say the opposite, that's basically like telling her I'm going to try something skeevy. Damn it, why do women always have to have such annoying texts? Send such annoying texts is what it said.
平気だから。
Oh
my goodness gracious.
上がって。階段。
In the end, I'm unable to reply at all. I climb up the creaking stairs to the second floor. I'm led to a door that looks so thin and frail, it would probably open if I just applied a little bit of force to it. And apparently, this is Moika's place. If this were a TV drama, this would be the part when Moika would frantically turn to me and say, "Oh, wait just a bit, just a little bit, just 5 minutes." In reality, Moika says nothing as she unlocks the door. Also, I keep forgetting. Deal with the clock. And now it's going off. I don't know if you can hear it. I don't know if it's coming through, but it's blaring mass destruction, which normally is not a bad thing, but god damn it, I'm in the middle of something.
中汚れてるけど。
Hey.
どうぞ。
じゃあ、ちょっとだけ。
Moika probably has people over for meetings all the time, so I bet her apartment's fairly clean. That's why she's not worried about inviting me in. The main room is about 6 tatami mats large, with the kitchen being about 4.5. But the first thing I notice upon setting foot inside her apartment is, well, the abundance of plastic and shopping bags all over the floor. Crammed inside these bags are cans of alcohol, everything from beer to shochu to wine. Making matters worse, opened and unopened cans are mixed together. She probably hasn't even noticed that some of them are unopened before she goes to buy more. Plastic bags full of obviously half-eaten sweets and snacks dot the corners of the room. Fortunately, unlike the messy homes you always see on TV, I don't spot any empty bento boxes or raw garbage sitting around. Still, this is way more dire than I expected. Plastic shopping bags aren't even the worst of it. There are piles of books and papers that I assume she uses for research. Some of these piles have toppled over, scattering the contents all over the room. Various articles of clothing are piled on these paper avalanches, making for some sort of chaotic piece of art. It almost resembles multicolored shaved ice in some weird way. Moeka is basically the perfect example of a woman who can't clean. I'm sorry, is that like a trope? Fuck. Derived from American counselor Sari Solden's book, Women with Attention Deficit Disorder. During the localization process, the title of Solden's book was unfortunately mistranslated into Japanese as Women Who Can't Clean, resulting in widespread misunderstandings that have stuck to this day. That is so fucking funny. What even is the book? Like, is it just like a biography of like women with attention deficit disorder? And just fucking that translated as women who can't clean. That's so funny. Oh man. You know, sometimes those tips are so fucking worth it. Holy shit. I mean, I'm hardly one to talk. My room isn't exactly something to be proud of. Same. But it sure as hell isn't the surreal experience that this is. I do love that moment where fucking Moeka and Maho combined their glorious cluttering powers together to overwhelm even Kuroki the butler. It was that, like, you can't fight that kind of power. That kind of power is beyond mortal understanding.
Oh, 悪いな.
Where am I supposed to sit? I can't say this out loud, so I tidy up one of the mountains of paper and sit down atop it. I ask Moeka a question, all the while attempting to not touch anything in fear of causing a tiny avalanche.
この部屋は出るのか? いや、取材場所に選んだってことは何か出るんだよな.
I glance around her room. Considering its long years of filth and corruption, I wouldn't be surprised if evil spirits had latched onto the place.
別に。
おい、だったらただのボロアパートではないか.
Rude. Hey now, you're the worst! Don't call my place a trash bin, Moeka. Well, it's not like I've ever seen ghosts or anything here, but these kinds of old apartment buildings always tend to have some kind of weird supernatural stuff, right? Moeka.
適当だな, oi.
What? What was the point of everything we just went through at Radicon and the Shrine? Didn't I tell you this was my last resort? I didn't want to do this, Moeka.
それでどんな心霊現象にするのだ?
Moeka digs through the stuff on her table and excavates a sheet of paper out of it. It's an A4 size printout and seems to be something along the lines of a personal journal. The apartment I live in has abnormally low rent. The place gave me bad vibes from the outset, but hey, I wasn't going to complain at a price like that. However, things were off from the very first night I spent there. Whenever I try to go to sleep, I can feel someone's eyes on me. But this room is 2 stories up. So my sleepless nights continue. I finally asked my friend to come stay with me. He came at night, saw me scared out of my mind, and laughed at me. He then took photos of different parts of my room. Wouldn't it be funny if something showed up in them? He joked. But then, as he looked over the photos, his face stiffened and grew pale. That's right, he caught something terrible in one of the photos. This is that photo. Okay, I get it now. This is the sort of story you see pop up on ghost shows on TV all the time. This is the part where they'd show the photo. I'm betting they're all forged, just like we're trying to do right now.
じゃあ早速写真。
いやちょっと待って、始圧師。この部屋そのまま撮るのか？
何？
だってお前いくらなんでも荒れすぎだろう。
At this rate, her article's not going to be about ghosts. It's going to end up being a feature on women who can't clean.
そう。
Moeka quickly realizes what I'm trying to avoid saying directly.
片付ける。待ってて。
俺も手伝おう。
いい。座ってて。すぐ済むから。
Moeka starts to clean her room. I'm gonna be honest, I really hope the... I'm gonna have to Google it later just to like check. I hope the women who can't clean thing is real. I hope that's actually something that happened and not just like in this universe. Because that's really fucking funny. I'm still thinking about it. The more she cleans, the messier it gets. In some weird way, she's actually kind of incredible. As she tries to sort through her books, her attention is drawn to the documents poking out from between the pages, so as she starts trying to file those, but then she notices that there's dust on the shelves where she's filing the documents, so she takes out a handy mop and starts wiping them down. Upon realizing that the handy mop she's using is already filthy, she stops attempting to file her documents and instead opens a kitchen cabinet to find a replacement head. Many of the plates in the cabinet look ready to fall, so she hurriedly takes them out in order to reorganize the cabinet. Upon noticing that the plates are still somewhat dirty, she abandons swapping out the mop head and starts vigorously scrubbing the plates in the sink. Eventually, Moeka returns to her senses.
おかしい。私、お皿を洗ってる。なぜ？
This is kind of incredible.
ねえ、掃除は俺がする。貴様は写真の準備をしておけ。
Unable to watch any further, I finally shout orders at her. Oh, damn.
なんとか見られるようになったな。
岡部君、すごい。
いや、感心されるほどではないが。
This cleaning ability is nothing for the mind of Hoin Kyoma. Moeka can't clean to save her life, but there's no way I can say that to her face. That'd just be mean.
あとはこの段ボールをちょっとキッチンへ移動するぞ。
Not like calling her apartment a trash bin. That wasn't mean at all. It's perfectly reasonable. I pick up a cardboard box that's taken up residence in a corner of the room. But...
だ、悪い。
The box is unexpectedly heavy, throwing me off balance. It ends up tipping over and spilling its contents all over. It was full of paperback novels. Moeka hurriedly starts to pick them up. As I help her out, I notice they're all the exact same book. My Rainbow, Volume 1. That's what the front cover says.
こ これって
Isn't this that popular cell phone novel Mayuri and the others mentioned before? Is this the physical edition? Also, what does it say? Girls throughout Japan cried their eyes out. The definitive edition of the cell phone novel. Realistic tale from a high school girl herself. Take a look at the band around the book. Girls, oh. I was reading the actual, god damn it. I cut myself off. No, there's more to it than that. No matter how big of a fan someone is, they wouldn't buy this many copies of the exact same book. Also, I love this fucking, like, sinister, like, the world is ending music. Conspiracy. Moeka hurriedly packs the books back into the box and seals the top. She then shoots me an email. Well, no point in keeping it a secret now, Moeka.
Nani?
Whoops. Teehee, the author of this novel is me, Moeka. Unable to parse what she's getting at, I sit there in shock.
シアツ氏が書いたってことは作者なのか
That is what she said. My eyes dart back and forth between Moeka and the box of books.
なんでお前がというか作者は高校生なんだろ
これ内緒の話だけど
According to Moeka, the user submission site her novel was uploaded to is run by the digital contents division of the company where she works, Arc Rewrite. Apparently, Moeka also helps out on that end too. My Rainbow was originally a cell phone novel written by a high school girl, but about halfway through the story, the young lady had run into a wall. Her talents could take her no further. However, her novel had attracted a huge number of readers, and after some struggles, Arc Rewrite decided to continue it with Moeka as its ghostwriter.
そんなことがあるんだな驚いたわ
I look at the box full of books, then back to Moeka. I think back to a few days earlier when she refused to read My Rainbow aloud. It all makes sense now. Of course she'd be too embarrassed to read her own book in front of others. Moeka nods her head in response to my conclusion. Given the high marks it's getting from my lab mems, it sounds like a pretty interesting little novel. I never thought Shining Finger had this kind of talent. Moeka's as expressionless as ever as I compliment her, but... This is really embarrassing, but seriously, please keep this a secret between us, Moeka. She still manages to send me an email. We clean up the rest of her apartment, which means it's time to dim the lights and get ready to snap some photos. Moeka puts on her ghost makeup and dons the wig from earlier. And so...
What?
I instinctively shout out. Moeka climbed out the window. This is the second floor. Not only that, but as far as I can see, there's no terrace or veranda out there. The only thing keeping her from becoming a tragic headline is the bit of rail attached to the window frame. In other words, Moeka had to latch her hands and feet onto the protrusions on the wall. She's clinging to them like some bizarre ghost spider. She proceeds to close the window, then stares inside with a resentful look on her face. Okay, that was rude. That was fun. Alright, you know what? Yep, that's scary. They got me. That is fucking scary. This is no friendly neighborhood spider woman. Look, I'm legitimately terrified, okay? You're terrifying, Shining Finger.
早く取って落ち
Dude, what the fuck? Moeka's agonized voice sounds like the groans of the dead wandering their way to through purgatory.
ああすまん
You're terrifying, Shining Finger. I set up the tripod and attach the camera on top, then activate the timer. Since I'm playing the role of the apartment's resident, I have to make sure I'm on the edge of the frame. The flash shines and the shutter snaps. With backups in mind, I take several more photos.
よし撮れたぞ上がってこい
The terrifying Spider Woman opens the window and slinks back inside the room. She slumps forward, her arms and legs likely tired, and starts crawling along the floor toward me. The tangled hair covering her face reaches down to the floor. From behind the strands of hair, bloodshot eyes glare at me. What is this, a horror film? I end up taking another photo. Jeez. I can't believe it actually got, it literally got me when it popped up. I was like, oh my god. After removing the ghost makeup, Moeka looks at the camera's screen with a satisfied expression on her face.
いやお前の熱演があったからな
I think about the earlier spectacle and feel a cold chill run down my spine. Restless nights, here I come.
それじゃあ俺のバイトもこれで終わりってことでいいかならそろそろラボに帰る
I glance up at the clock. Considering how late it is, I really shouldn't be here any longer. I stand up and turn toward the entrance. It's then that Moeka suddenly grabs the sleeve of my shirt. What's she thinking? I take a moment to assess the current state of my stomach. Yes, I am hungry.
あちこち歩き回って小腹が空いていないこともないが
Moeka's facing the floor, but I can see her eyes shyly looking up at me. Even looking directly into her eyes, I can't read Moeka's thoughts. I guess she wants to thank me for helping out. I accept her offer. I mean, she's going out of her way to be nice, and I'd be lying if I said I wasn't curious as to what she's going to make. The corners of Moeka's mouth raise just slightly, as though she's happy at my response, and she cheerfully heads to the kitchen. That's actually really sweet. She emoted! She's learning. I sit down in front of the round table and stretch out my legs. With the place looking presentable, I can finally relax a little bit. Hearing the sounds of cooking from the kitchen, and with nothing in particular to do, I aimlessly look around the room. Now that I finally have the chance to let it sink in, it dawns on me how unbelievably plain her place is. There's hardly any furniture at all. A round folding table for eating on, an old-looking chest, and a low table for doing work. Describing this place as lonely would be an understatement. It's just so cold. Despite how messy it all is, it just doesn't feel like someone actually lives here.
いや特に
じゃあ、あり合わせでいい？
ああそんなに気を使わなくていいぞ
What's she planning on making? Up until now, I'd never even considered the idea of Moeka cooking food. This feels new. It's pretty common in video games for there to be a scene where the heroine cooks the protagonist a meal. They tend to be really emotional moments. I can't even begin to count the number of times I've seen Daru collapse in front of his PC from the moe overload. But then there are also cases where the food is so bad that the protagonist nearly dies. Persona 4. I'm okay. The heroine then replies with something along the lines of, "No way, why? I worked so hard on it." Again, I can't count the number of times I've seen Daru collapse in front of his PC after a scene like this. I wonder which pattern Moeka is going to fall into. As I try to predict the future, Moeka exits the kitchen. She's holding a tray in her hands. On top of the tray, I spot 2 delicious-smelling yakisoba uma cups? UMA cups? Pardon? One of the most popular products produced by Nishoku Foods. I just want to know what the UMA stands for, goddammit. It won't tell me. Highest selling yakisoba in the world. Their cooking process is simple. Pour hot water into the bowl, wait 3 minutes, drain the water, and mix in the special sauce. Add mustard mayo for an extra kick. Okay, great.
想像の斜め上を行くやつだな貴様は
Come on.
いやどちらかといえば好物だが
I love how robotic he sounds. You don't like yakisoba? No, I actually love it very much. Thank you.
うん
I grab one of the cups from Moeka and break my chopsticks in 2.
いただきます
いただきます
For a brief period of time, the only sounds coming from this dumpy apartment are our slurping noises. Wait a second. What the hell am I doing here at a time like this? As I glance at Moeka eating her yakisoba, I suddenly snap to my senses. And then... clank, clank. I hear the sounds of someone climbing the stairs outside. They're trying to hide the sounds of their footsteps given what time it is, but they're failing spectacularly. The moment she hears someone approaching, Moeka stands up, unusually flustered.
うんどうした
隠れて
何
押し入れ早く
The fuck? Still at a complete loss, I'm forcibly stuffed into the bottom section of her closet. Moeka grabs the yakisoba from my hands.
音立てないで
Moeka throws the rest of my belongings into the closet with me before shutting the door. It looks like I'll be sharing closet space with the futon Moeka always uses when she goes to bed. I'm surrounded by a sweet fragrance, Moeka's no doubt, and my head starts to spin. I need to stay... This is not the... Really? This... Okay. This is not the music I was expecting. Need to stay focused. Now's not the time to morph into some Daru-like pervert. Finally realizing the situation I'm in, I can feel fear setting in. Don't worry, I live alone, my ass! I knew it. Kiryu Papa, name subject to change, or Kiryu Boyfriend, name subject to change, is on their way! Whoever it is must be huge if we can hear their footsteps all the way from here. I'm screwed. If they find out I'm here, even the immense magic power that burns in my right hand might not be enough to escape this nightmarish scenario.
これは俺のイメージじゃない押し入れでの災難はダルの役だ
What? Sweat pours down from my brow, unrelated to the temperature or humidity, as I hold my breath.
おい、萌か起きてるか
From the other side of the door, I can hear a deep voice that screams, "Man who will murderize me if he finds me." Their voice is that horrifying. In the darkness, they really just don't recognize voices. In the darkness, I grab what I can only assume is a handkerchief of some kind, and I wipe my brow with it. It doesn't take long before I'm immediately drenched in sweat again, so I grab another handkerchief. Cold sweat just keeps pouring out of me.
今開ける
I hear the apartment door creak open as Moeka responds to the mystery man. The murderizer exchanges some words with Moeka. I then hear him stomp his way into the room. I swallow the air and attempt to peek into the room through a crack in the door. I love the face on the CRT. I hold one of the pieces of cloth to my mouth in an effort to keep myself from yelling.
おう 今日は随分と片付いてるじゃねえか。
It's extra weird because it looks like they're looking directly. Makes it look like they're looking directly into the closet. Mr. Braun? You have to be kidding me. How did this worst case scenario somehow get even worse? I sink further into the closet despite knowing that it'd provide me little protection from the beast on the other side. The more I move, the more of a mess Moeka's closet becomes. I now find myself covered in small pieces of cloth, many of which I had just used to wipe away my sweat. But why does she have so many handkerchiefs? I take a closer look and... Oh my god, what the... My man is gonna have a fucking aneurysm. I immediately put my hand over my mouth to keep myself from screaming. With my eyes having finally adjusted to the darkness, I get a good long look at what I thought were just handkerchiefs. It turns out it was very, very wrong. Damn it, Shining Finger! What are you doing just throwing your bras and panties in here? You're a woman, right? Put this stuff away! I mean, it is away. That's like, it's a closet. It's fucking... I hurriedly toss away the panties in my hand, and the very same ones I had been using to cover my mouth. Oh my god. If nothing else, at least they're all clean. Ugh, this sucks. Damn it, this isn't the sort of situation a character like me should be in. This is Daru's territory.
Oh, もういいか。これ、持ってきてやったからよ。
Mr. Braun sits down with a thud and places a plastic bag on the round table. The bag contains everything from meat to vegetables, a real treasure trove of foods. This music is gonna give me fucking whiplash. The tonal shift and...
こんな時間にすまねえな。明日でもよかったんだが、なんだか急におめえの顔が見たくなったな。
Aww.
ありがとう。
どうだ、ちゃんとしたものを食ってるか？レトルトやカップ麺だけじゃダメだぜ。
Liar, we were just eating yakisoba a minute ago. Of course, I'm in no position to chime in.
仕事は忙しいのか？そうか。でも無理はするなよ。仕事ってのは生きるためにするもんだ。仕事で寿命を縮めちまったら、それこそ本末転倒だ。
This isn't the terrifying monster of a man that I'm familiar with. His eyes are the same as when he's talking to Nai. Hell, even his tone is much gentler. Mr. Braun did say he was Moeka's legal guardian. I guess he must drop by with food every so often. Mr. Braun's much more of a loving father than his face would suggest. I mean, we knew that.
仕事といや、
He is a sweetheart on the inside.
なんかやってるそうじゃねえか。
I mean, depending on the person.
あいつ。
岡部だよ。
Me? I nearly stuffed one of Moeka's undergarments into my mouth to keep myself from yelling, but managed to snap to my senses before making a fatal mistake. That was a close one.
岡部くん。
おう、さっきな、駅前でうちのバイトにあったんだよ。そしたら、おめえと岡部が、一緒にいたって言うからよ。
I'm glad she left out the part about us breaking into the fucking... the radio building. I see. Mr. Braun must have heard about the whole Radicon thing from Suzuha. That's why he's here so late. Whoop.
別に。変なことしてない。
いや、それは分かってる。俺はおめえを信用してるし。岡部もまあ適当でいい加減でだらしなくてバカな男だが、それなりにいいやつだとは思ってるんだ。
Oh.
あのバカやその仲間のおかげで、おめえもだいぶ明るくなったしな。
私が。
あ、
そうかな。
ああ、あいつらといるといい顔してるぜ。
This is actually really sweet. Moeka looks down at the floor, preventing me from seeing her face.
そんな風に照れるとこなんて初めて見た。
岡部君やみんなとても優しい。一緒にいて楽しい。
そうかそうか。なら多少の迷惑は我慢してあいつらに部屋を貸しといてやるかな。
Mr. Braun lets out a hearty laugh as he stands up.
ま、おめえが幸せなら何も言うことはねえさ。頑張れ。
Man, this reminds me of that one part of his chapter in Linear Band of Pentagram where he finally reveals why he rented Okabe the room in the first place. I heckin' love Mr. Braun. He's great.
邪魔したら
What a great character.
そろそろ帰るぜ。
お茶入れる。
また今度ごちそうになるよ。ナエが一人で寝てんだ。心配で仕方ねえ。
そう。
それじゃあな。
Mr. Braun heads to the door, vanishing from my line of sight. Moeka disappears after him.
ああ、そうだ。最後にもう一ついいか？もういいか、おめえよ。惚れた男ができたときは、相手にちゃんと伝えなきゃダメだぜ。男ってのは鈍いからな。言わなきゃわかんねえ。特にあの野郎、色恋沙汰に関しちゃ、全くとろそうだしな。
何のこと？
Oh, Christ.
好きなんだろ？あのバカが。
Fucking Okabe. Dying in this. He will be buried in this closet. He will die. I press my face into the pillow right behind me. Nothing else in here is usable to muffle out my scream. What did Mr. Braun just say? She likes that idiot? Who's that idiot? What idiots do I know? Right, there's Daru. I can't believe that Moeka has the hots for Daru. Wow, I mean, he really is an idiot. No, hold on. Something about that seems off. Moeka and Daru are too much of a mismatch. Then that means Mayuri? I guess she can be a bit of a dummy in some ways. No, that's not it either. Mayuri's a girl. I don't think Moeka swings that way. My mind is racing in circles.
違う。
そうなのか？でも、あいつが話をしてる時のおめえは、随分と嬉しそうだぜ。
だから、それは。
ほんと照れてるおめえがこんなに可愛いとは思わなかったよ。ま、俺の勘違いってことにしといてやるか。じゃ、また明日な。
Oh, Mr. Braun, you have no idea what you've just done. Mr. Braun laughs and closes the door behind him. I hear his heavy footsteps growing distant, and the apartment is suddenly filled with silence. It's almost like the quiet after a storm. I can hear Moeka approaching the closet.
岡部君、もう大丈夫？
She says nervously as the sliding door opens up.
ふはー
I take an exaggerated breath of air and tumble out of the closet. If it's not clear, I'm trying to make it seem like I didn't hear the last part of their conversation.
いや、全くもって不測の事態だったな。ミスター・ブラウンの襲来と。俺の存在が察知されなかったのは、奴にとっても我々にとっても良好だったかもしれん。もしも
俺とミスター・ブラウンが相まみえることになっていたら、この呪われた右手がついに発動していただろう。本当に一触即発だった。
Phew. I wipe my sweaty face using my sleeve. I try to make this gesture as exaggerated as possible.
なんだ。
ごめんなさい。変なところに押し込んで。
So I was waiting for that to click. My entire body is covered with Moeka's undergarments. Her underwear is all over me, and even the sleeve I used to wipe my sweat has a bra stuck to it. It looks huge, too. An F-cup, maybe? I shake my entire body to try and get them off.
別にクンカクンカとかしてないからな。
Dude, that is not something you're... Oh my god.
平気。洗濯してあるから。
ああ、当たり前だ。大四畳半惑星か、ここは。
それじゃあ俺もそろそろ退散するぞ。ミスター・ブラウンが戻ってくるようなことがあったら面倒だからな。
I start feeling embarrassed for many reasons. So I hurriedly gathered my belongings and headed to the door. But there's no sign of my shoes. Moeka must have hidden them before Mr. Braun's raid.
靴、ここ。
Moeka opens the Moeka opens the refrigerator. There's almost nothing inside. Well, except for my shoes, which are now ice cold, by the way. I'm gonna be honest, I love how her brain works sometimes. Oh my god, that's so funny.
お殿様が熱くないよう冷やしておきました。
Oh my god. Alright, I think I might officially love Moeka. I don't know. I never thought I'd see the day.
なんちゃって。
At least right now in this moment, I love Moeka.
やかましいわ、サル。
She's great. Wait, what? The nickname used to refer to Hideyoshi Toyotomi when he was still serving Nobunaga Oda. There's a famous story in which Hideyoshi gave Nobunaga a pair of sandals that he had warmed in his bosom, but that has been proven to have never occurred. Weird. Okay. In the midst of the sweltering night, I put my shoes on and march outside, my feet icy cold.
明日はというかもう今日か。練習に来られるのか。
I mean, I'm gonna be honest, that doesn't sound like awful.
仕事の前にちょっと寄れると思う。
そうか。じゃあその時にな。
I wave and say goodbye to Moeka, and then start to make my way to the lab. Please. So forget about what happened back there. Please don't worry about it, okay? Just forget it ever happened. Moeka. When I turned around, Moeka's still standing at the bottom of her apartment stairs, looking at me. What exactly is she referring to? So much went down back there. Is she talking about her underwear, or... In the end, still confused, I reply to her. Back there? What are you talking about? So much happened that I'm not even sure what you're referring to. If you're not sure what I mean, then don't worry about it. Good night, Okabe-kun. Moeka. When I tilt my head to the side, Moeka makes a cute bye-bye gesture to me. Having never seen Moeka behave like this before, I feel my heart skip a beat. Hey, neat. I mean, maybe these are just gonna be. I don't know if they're all the chapters are gonna be short, but that was a pretty short chapter. But that's okay. It's also, a pretty reasonable time to have a call. So I'm gonna call it a day. I don't know if any of what I just said was intelligible in the slightest. There's a lot of mumbling. All right. Bye.